set up in a little box blind that I've built down here. I've got a feeder out about 18 yards, and got a lot of deer have been coming to it, according to the camera. More bucks than does, and we're really after does, or a spike buck. We got a spike buck yet to take. But anyway, we're trying to get set up. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon, and we're hoping that some adult does or a big spike will come in and give us an opportunity this evening. So, I've got 4 deer coming from this direction. I think they're headed this way. Hit a brush line, went into the brush. I think they're headed this way. We'll see. I thought the timer on the feeder was supposed to have went off an hour ago. Well, it just now went off. So I had to reset it. I didn't realize I
over her back.
She spun plumb out of the way. Get the arrow, get the arrow, man. Did you see that?
It went over her back.
It shot high. Well, we're in our stands early this morning and trying to beat the wind. The wind is terrible this morning. So we decided we'd sit back in the box when I missed that deer last night. I actually got out there last night and practiced, and I don't know what I did. My release was unscrewed a bunch. I found out that it was out, plumb out past the screw, way out like this. I don't know how it happened, but anyway, I knew when I was fixing to shoot that deer that I was trying to find my trigger, and it wasn't back there where it was supposed to be. So anyway, I'm not making excuses. I missed the deer, shot over her back. So I'm hoping that that's what it was, but I shot it last night and everything was great. I mean, a bullseye ever shot. So hopefully I do better today and not make a whiff shot like I did last night. I couldn't even hardly sleep because I missed a deer. But anyway, it's just one of those things. He's ready to go down there and start eating. The feeder's right there. It just went off. And he's being real leery walking up there. Temptation is gonna get the best of him. He was up in that brush above there when it went off a while ago. They've been waiting on it to go off. It scares the fool out of them when it does go off and they tear out of there. He'll be a nice buck in the next couple of years. Needs more width on him. Just saw a big buck back behind me, and another one of my feeders are right next to it, close to it. This is a nice little buck. He'll be, next couple of years, he'll be all right. And there's more does that are arriving. And I think the biggest one is the one on the other side of the feeder. I think she's the biggest one. I was kind of hoping that the big spike would show up here pretty quick. But we need more does going. Yeah. Now that's pretty. It's a pretty buck. Eagle-eyed. Pretty 8-point. Hey, he's gonna run my doe off. If she get out there in the open, give me a shot, I better take it. Or she walks completely off. Meh. That's my blind. Shot the deer back up in this area here, probably about 125 yards or so, and she ran right back up in this direction. And I've been trying to find the trail that she ran on to see if I could find blood. I mean, I saw her go down, but kind of disappointed that I haven't found a blood trail. And shooting a small bored rifle, which is probably it's just a 223. So, I mean, I've shot deer plenty of times with a 222. Through the years, I shot several of them with a 222, and they usually run about 50 yards. But anyway, I shot her to the right of those bushes and back this way about 20 foot or so. But it's disappointing, I still haven't found any blood, which is not a good deal. So you like to have a good blood trail when a deer runs. She actually ran from right in this area. She kind of run around right up in here, looped around that tree there, and died right there on the other side of there. But I'm very disappointed that I can't find a blood trail. I mean, that's not a good deal. You always want a good blood trail to follow, especially when the deer runs. But I did see her run up and around this, and then loop back around, and then I saw her fall. I mean, it was lung shot. Lung shot deer are gonna run, but with a smaller caliber, you want it to to leave a blood trail. But I wanted to see how my hand loads performed on them, on deer size animals. But anyway, I'm still looking for blood. Don't see any. But there's the deer. And I think she looped up right up in here and then kind of curved back. But still no blood. Very disappointing. Maybe I should have put it a little lower and put it through the heart. Maybe I'd have lost more blood. But anyway, it was a high lung shot. She is a pretty doe. We have way too many doe on this ranch. And too many deer, period. I mean, this afternoon I've seen several bucks. Like I was saying in the video, we just got way too many deer on the ranch. We got 250 acres. And just show you how many deer are on the ranch. I was sitting in one of my stands one day. We call it the cactus patch stand, and it's just a tripod set up. Used to be a cactus patch out in front of me, and the deer would always come out through there. Well, one morning's hunt, I was sitting there, and in that one hunt, and I probably got down at about 10:30, maybe 11 o'clock, I counted 43 deer that I saw, different deer. I mean, from my stand, bucks and does. In fact, our doe weight and size has diminished. I mean, it's went way down compared to what they used to be. I mean, the does were good, big, average sized does. And although we took a lot of deer off of this ranch through the years, it just seems like we've never taken enough. Like this year, we haven't taken enough. Guys that are hunting with me, one of them ended up with COVID. He hadn't even got to hunt. And the other one's been so busy with his home and everything, he hadn't got to hunt. So there was 10 deer that should have been taken, and they didn't get to take any. So anyway, we just got a lot of deer, and as you can tell from the doe that I just shot with the rifle, you know, they're not the biggest deer. But anyway, when you see a lot of deer, it's fun. You get to see a lot of deer, and we've seen some really nice bucks. Teresa and I both killed big 10-point bucks earlier this year. I shot mine with a bow, and she shot hers with a rifle, in which we will be telling you about hers here before long. But anyway, hopefully next year everybody can get to hunt, and we can take more deer. I was glad that I figured out what happened to me on the bow shot. I couldn't even sleep that night. I couldn't figure out what in the world. And then when I realized that my release was unscrewed as far as it was like a ½ inch longer, and I kept reaching for my trigger when I went to shoot the deer. And like I say in the tell about it, I'm not making excuses. I just figured, oh my Lord, I'm jinxed on this place. But anyway, I figured it out and ended up, I needed to take a doe, and so I went ahead and just decided I would take the doe while we could try to film it. Otherwise, Teresa has to not hunt and try to film. So, but anyway, y'all keep bearing with us on our videos. We're still not real good on the cameras and stuff yet, and I wanted to thank everybody for tuning in. Sorry we're a little late on this one, but had a lot going on with Christmas and everything, and hey, we care about all y'all. You know, I know most of y'all are my friends and family and Facebook friends and whatever, and we're grateful for y'all tuning in. I mean, it doesn't mean a whole lot to some folks, but we're grateful. But anyway, hopefully we'll catch you again here on the next story, and hopefully it'll be something that you'll find that's fairly interesting. And I'm gonna be butchering deer tomorrow, so that'll be my New Year's resolution: get this deer butchered. I like to keep them cold for a while and let the blood drain off and everything before I do my butchering and my meat grinding and whatever. So anyway, we'll catch y'all. Hopefully we'll get one in next week. Thank y'all. Love y'all. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.